Good morning, children. Now, in the last video, we learned about what are decimal numbers. We learned that fraction can also be written in another form, which is decimal form. Now, we will, children, today learn how to convert a fraction into a decimal number. That means we will see how a fraction can be written in decimal number. Now let's take this fraction 5/10. 5/10. Now today we will learn to convert decimal fractions into decimal number. I hope you remember what are decimal fractions. Decimal fractions are those fractions whose denominators are 10, 100, 1000 or so on. So now 5/10, its denominator is 10. So it is a decimal fraction. Now we will see how this decimal fraction can be written in decimal number. As decimal number. Now 5/10. What does 5/10 means? 5/10 means a whole thing is divided into 10 equal parts. And we are talking about the 5 parts. See, I have shaded 5 parts out of the 10 equal parts. That means we are talking about the shaded portion of the figure. So 5/10. In this, children, 5 is less than 10. The numerator is less than the denominator. So what type of fraction it is? It is a proper fraction. And a proper fraction is less than 1. See, 5/10, when we say 5/10, it means 5 parts, equal parts out of 10 equal parts. It means it is less than 1 since the whole thing is divided into 10 equal parts. So when we say 5/10, when we refer to 5/10, that means it is, we are talking about something which is less than 1. So now 5/10. Let us see how to write this as decimal number. Now see, since it is, now first let us revise and let me tell you once again that a decimal number can be written in 2 parts. See, it can be written in 2 parts. Whole number part and decimal part. Isn't it? I explained you this. And the whole number part and decimal part are separated by a decimal point. This I explained in my last video that a decimal point separates the whole number part and the decimal part. Now see, look at this fraction once again, 5/10. Now it is less than 1. It is a proper fraction. It is less than 1. So that means in whole number part, since it is less than 1, what can we write? 0. We will write 0. Now we have to write the part that is after the decimal point. The decimal part we have to write. Now see, look at the denominator of this fraction. The denominator is 10. There is 1 which is followed by 1 0. 1 is followed by 1 0. That means after decimal point, only one digit will come. Only one digit will come. Since there is 1 0 which follows 1, there is only 1 0 in 10. So here after decimal point only one digit will come. Now what is the numerator of this fraction? 5. So what will we write here? 5. So now 5/10 means what? 0.5. 5/10 fraction can be written as 0.5. So we've converted this, we have written this in decimal form. Now let us take another fraction and see. Now we will take only decimal fraction. We can convert only decimal fractions into decimal number through this method. Let us take 16/100. 16/100. Now see, 16/100, again it is a decimal fraction. There are 2 zeros in the denominator. 1 is followed by 2 zeros. So that means after the decimal point, how many digits will be there? than the denominator, it is a proper fraction. And a proper fraction is less than 1. 16 over 100 means what? A whole thing is divided into 100 equal parts. And we are talking about the 16 parts, equal parts out of 100. So, when a whole thing is divided into 100 parts and out of that we are talking about the 16 parts, that means it is less than 1. So, when we write this in decimal number, when we write this as decimal number, how will we do? Let's see. See, since it is a proper fraction, it is less than 1. So, in whole number part, what will come? 0. See, this is whole number part. Part of the decimal which is before the decimal point, which is to the left hand side of the decimal point, is whole number part. This is what? This is decimal point. And the part of the decimal number that is on the right hand side of the decimal point, what is called? Decimal part. This I had explained you in the last video. Now 16 over 100. It is a proper fraction. It is less than 1. So in whole number part, what will come? 0, since it is less than 1. Now, how many zeros are there in the denominator? 1 is followed by how many zeros? 1 is followed by 2 zeros. So that means in the decimal part there will be 2 digits. There will be 2 digits. If there are 2 zeros which follow 1 after in the decimal part, after the decimal point, there will be 2 digits after decimal. Now what is the numerator? 16. We will fill 1 here and 6 here. So what is the decimal form? How can 16 over 100 be written in as decimal? 0.16. Now I told you earlier also in the last video that we read the digits after decimal separately, one by one. We will not read 0.16. The digits that are after decimal are read separately, one by one. So will be 0.16. So 16 over 100, this fraction can be written like this in decimal form, 0.16. Okay, now let me change this number. Let me make it 8. 8 over 100. Now see, again, see now. 8 over 100. How many zeros are there? There are 2 zeros that follow 1. That means there will be 2 digits after decimal. If there are 2 zeros that follow 1 in the denominator, 2 digits will follow the decimal point. It will be written after the decimal point. Now 8 over 100, again it is a proper fraction. It is less than 1. So in whole number part, what will come? 0. Now 0 point. Now see, what is the numerator? Numerator is 8. So how will we write? Where will we write 8 now? Now here 8 will be, see there will be 2 digits after decimal. So 8 we will write here on the right hand side and 0 will come here. So 8 over 100. How can be written in decimal form? 0.08. What 8 over 100 means? 8 hundredths. Now you will think that why it has now written 8 here and why didn't I write it here? Now see, 8 upon 100 means 8 hundredths. Isn't it? 8 over 100 means 8 hundredths. Now see, when I explained you the place value chart, didn't I explain you this, that the place that follows decimal point, what is that place? Tens. The next place, the second place, the number that is in second place after decimal point, what is the place of that? 8 hundredths. See, tens, hundreds. The places after decimal are like this: tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s like this. Okay, so 8 over hundreds means 8 hundreds. So where will 8 come? 8 will come in hundreds place. That is why when I wrote this numerator 8, I left this tens place empty. I filled it with 0 and wrote 8 under hundreds place. I am sure children you are understanding. Now let us change this fraction. Now come on. You can all open your exercise 5A. Exercise 5A, page number 81. Keep your book outside. Take a pencil in your hand. Okay, this is on page number 81. Now, let me explain you one more example and then we will try to do that exercise. Now see, let me take 6,532 over 1,000. Now see, here 6,532 over 1,000. Okay, so now see, numerator is more than the denominator. When numerator is more than the denominator, then what type of fraction it is? It is an improper fraction. Improper fraction is either equal to or more than 1. Now when the numerator is more than the denominator, that means it is more than 1. It is more than 1. So now let us write this in decimal. Now how will we do this? Now see, how many zeros follow 1? How many zeros follow 1? There are 3 zeros that follow 1. So the denominator has how many zeros? 3 zeros after 1. So that means there will be 3 digits after decimal point. If there is 100 in the denominator, that means there will be 2 digits after decimal. If there is 10 in the fraction, 10 denominator in the fraction, that means there is 1 digit after decimal. Now here there are, the number is, the denominator is 1,000. There are 3 zeros that follow 1, so that means there will be 3 digits after decimal point. Okay, now what is our numerator? 6,532. It is an improper fraction, it is more than 1. So when we have numbers like this, numerator like this, which is more than the denominator, children, we will write the numbers. Numerator, we will write the numerator. Now see, there are 3 zeros. That means in the denominator that follow 1. So that means there will be 3 digits after decimal point. So what will we do, children? We'll count 3 digits from the right hand side. 1, 2, 3. And put a decimal point. Put a decimal point. So 6,532 over 1,000 means 6.532. Okay, so 6, the number before the decimal point, on the left hand side of the decimal point is the whole number. So 6 is a whole number and 532 is the decimal part. Okay, now let me change this number and this fraction. Now let me write 985 over 100. Now see, 985 over 100, numerator is more than the denominator, it is an improper fraction. Since numerator is more than the denominator, that means this fraction means it is more than 1. Okay, so now when we have to convert this into decimal number, when we have to write this in decimal form, what will we do? Children, we will write the numerator. 985. Now how many zeros follow 1? There are 2 zeros that follow 1. The denominator contains 1 and 2 zeros. 2 zeros means there will be 2 digits after the decimal point. Now see, the numerator we have written. Now there are 2 zeros after 1, so that means there will be 2 digits after decimal point. So let us count 2 digits. 1, 2 and put the decimal. Okay, so 9.85. 985 over 100. How can we write, children? As decimal number, we can write it like this, 9.85. Now, do not make the mistake of reading it 9.85. The digits that are after decimal point are read separately. We will read 9.85. So, I have given you few examples to explain you how to convert decimal fractions into decimal number. Now, you can all open your book and you can keep doing with me. I'll explain few. Okay. Now, exercise 5A, page number 81. Exercise 5A. It is on page number 81. You can do in the book with me. Okay. Now, first sum. 8/10. Now 8/10, it is a decimal fraction. So if you look at this exercise, this question 1A, there are 15 sums. All the fractions that are given here are decimal fractions. The denominator is 10, 100, 1000 or multiples of 10. Okay, so we will now convert this decimal fraction into decimal number. Now see, 8/10. Now 8/10, children, it is a proper fraction. Numerator is smaller than the denominator, so it is a proper fraction. Proper fraction means less than 1. Less than 1 means our whole number will be 0. 0 point. Okay, now there is a 0, single 0 that follows 1. That means there will be 1 digit after the decimal point. So, what is our numerator? 8. So we will write 8 here. Now see, 8/10 also means 8 tenths. And you know the places that follow the decimal. After the decimal, the places are tens, 100, 1000. So 8 tenths, we have written 8 in tens place. Okay, now next, let us take third one. 4/100. 4/100. Again, children, it is a proper fraction. It is less than 1. So, before the decimal point in whole number part, we will write 0. 0 point. Now, there are 2 zeros. The denominator contains 1 and 2 zeros. That means there will be 2 digits after decimal point. Now, 4 hundredths. 4 hundredths. Now, see the places. The first place after decimal point is tens. The second place after decimal point is hundredths. Isn't it? Now 4 hundredths. So where will we write this numerator 4? In tens place or in hundreds place? It is 4 hundredths. So 4 we will write in hundreds place. So 0 and tens place we will fill with 0. So 4/100 is 4 hundredths. We will written as 0.04. Okay. Now let us take question number 4. 23/100. 23/100. Now it is a proper fraction. It is less than 1. So in whole number part, what will come? 0 will put decimal point. 0 point. Since it is less than 1, it is a proper fraction. Numerator is smaller than the denominator. That means it is less than 1. So we write 0 point. Now the denominator contains 1 and how many zeros? 2 zeros. So that means how many digits will be after decimal point? There will be 2 digits after decimal point. What is the numerator? 23. So we'll write 2 here, 3 here. Okay. Now if I ask you, in which place is 2? In which place is 2? 2 is in which place? It is in tens place. Isn't it? If I ask you what is the place value of 2, you will say 2 tens. Now if I ask you 3 is in which place? 3 is in which place, children? After the decimal points, the places are tens, hundreds. See, See, it is not 100, it is hundreds. So 3 is in which place? Hundreds place. And what is the place value of 3? 3 hundreds. Okay, so 23 over 100 we have written in decimal form now. It can be written as 0.23. Easy, children? Now we'll do few more. Now let us take 7th one. Now 11 over 10. Now 11 over 10. Now see here, the numerator is more than the denominator. Now whenever your numerator is more than the denominator, it is an improper fraction. So whenever the numerator is more than the denominator, it is an improper fraction. It means it is more than 1. It is more than 1. See, numerator is more than the denominator. That means this number is more than 1. So whenever we have to write this in decimal form, now what will we do? Children, since this fraction means it is more than 1, it refers to a decimal number which is more than 1, then it means, children, we will write the numerator. Write the numerator in such case. And the denominator contains 1 and just 1 0. 1 0 means there is 1 digit after decimal point. So we'll count 1 digit and then put a decimal point. So 11 over 10 means 1.1. Okay, now let us take one more sum like this. 54 over 10. Now numerator is more than the denominator. That means we are talking about a number which is more than 1. So now we will write 54. The numerator we will write. Now the denominator contains 1 followed by 1, 0. That means how many digits will be after decimal? Since there is only 1 0 in the denominator, that means there will be 1 digit after decimal point. So we count 1 digit and put decimal point. So 54 over 10 means 5.4. Now one more sum, children. After this, let us take question number 9. 99 over 100. Numerator is less than the denominator in this decimal fraction. It means it is less than 1. Whenever the fraction is less than 1, whenever it is a proper fraction, immediately, since it is less than 1, write 0 point. In the whole number part, what will you write? 0 and put a decimal point. Now, how many zeros are there in the denominator? There are 2 zeros in the denominator. That means how many places will be after decimal point? 2 places. So we'll write the numerator. See, there are 2 digits in the decimal, in the 2 digits in the numerator. So we'll write 99. So what does it mean? 0.99. Now let us take this question 11th one. 4,527 over 10. Now children, what type of fraction it is? Numerator, in this fraction numerator is more than the denominator. So it is an improper fraction. Since numerator is more than the denominator, that means we are talking about a decimal number which is more than, we are talking about a number which is more than 1. So what will we do? We will write the numerator. We will write the numerator. Now there is only 1 0 in the denominator. It is 10. The denominator is 10. There is 1 0. That means after decimal point, how many digits will be there? There will be 1 digit after decimal point. So we have written the numerator and we will count 1 digit from the right hand side and put decimal point. So what is our decimal number? 452.7. 452.7. So this now fraction we have written in decimal form. Now let's take another question. 89 over 1000. 89 over 1000. The numerator is less than the denominator. That means this number is less than 1. When the number is less than 1, what do? We write 0 in the whole number part and put decimal point. Now how many zeros are there in the denominator? 3 zeros. That means there will be 3 digits after decimal point. Now the numerator is 89. Now see, you know, children, the place after decimal is tens, then the next place is hundreds, and the next place is thousands. Isn't it, children? Now 89 over 1000. What does it mean? 89 thousands. So what will we do? We will write 0 here. The numerator has only 2 digits. So we'll write 0 here, write 8 here, and write 9 here. See, there were only 2 digits in the numerator. So tens place we will fill with 0. And write 8 here and the hundreds place and 9 under thousands place. So 89 over 1000, it can be written as 0.089. Okay, it is written like this. And how do we read it? 0.089. So children, question A. There are 15 sums in question A. Question A, 1 to 15. You will do in your practice notebook. There is no calculation required to convert these fractions into decimal number. You just have to remember the things that I have told you, and you can easily convert these decimal fractions into decimal number. So you will do question 1 to 15, the whole thing in the practice notebook, and I will send you the PDF also. The PDF work you will do in your maths notebook. Now we will meet in our next video.